Welcome to the Crosstown Nine. Chris and John here to break down everything Yankees. We're talking before. I'm wearing a soccer jersey today because it's soccer season. World Cup starts this week.
Can't wait.
Are you excited?
So
I think
pumped.
your guys play in Houston, don't they? I don't remember who plays where, but I think they play
I
in
don't know.
Houston.
I thought they were, but I think their schedule ended up changing. I don't think they are anymore.
Yes, and FIFA teams.
That's Colombia for those that are curious. Who we're talking about.
Yeah. That's Colombia. Let's see. I think they were. No, now it's Portugal, Germany, Netherlands. Yeah, no Colombia. I thought they were at one point though.
I think initially that was like the format that we're thinking of, but then I think they changed it once everything became official.
They that's not a bad group to have. Portugal, first of all. I mean, good luck getting a ticket to that one.
They're very good.
Yeah. Well, isn't that's where was it Ronaldinho? Ronaldo, one of those guys?
Ronaldo.
Is Ronaldinho even playing anymore? He's retired, probably. He's even alive.
Somewhere in Brazil, probably playing.
He is alive. He is alive. Good. That's good. Those guys have too close of names. I don't like it. And I know Germany's really now. You're a soccer guy. I know we're starting off a baseball podcast with a soccer thing, but it is World Cup week. So wasn't Germany the team? And they may have been playing in like the Euros or something at the time. Didn't they have like a striker or something that his like heart stopped on the field a couple of years ago? Was that
Denmark?
Germany?
Christian Eriksen. He actually collapsed again a couple days ago, but his pacemaker actually like worked, so he got up and walked off on his own.
Oh wow!
But yeah,
I was in Spokane, Washington at the time at Mary's apartment. Like I got up. When I get up, I don't know about you, I like to clean a little bit, like just the house, like tidy up things and get the dishes flipped, all that stuff. And I had that on because I just want sports on, and there was nothing else. It was 8 a.m. or something like that, probably earlier because I was out west. And I remember watching it live. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. Like you could see them giving the CPR because they had nothing to block it off. It was. And they did the shock thingy. Paddles. Sure.
Yeah, I remember.
Not a doctor. You know better.
Yeah, I remember. And then he ended up on Manchester United, who is the club team that I support. So like, I got extra research onto that whole situation. And yeah, he collapsed again playing a couple days ago. Crazy.
That's crazy. So he's playing then in the World Cup? Yeah. He's like a star player.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's like a star. For people that don't know, that part I did know because I was texting with one of the professors at Gonzaga, and he's a huge soccer guy. He was telling me like he's like a superstar player.
Yeah,
and
he's old. He's a little older now, but he's still like really good.
Pretty good. Anyway, World Cup week, we decided I decided to wear a jersey from one of my former employers, and John still wears the Yankee jersey for some reason on the Yankees podcast. What jersey are you even wearing, by the way? That's never been revealed.
It's usually always Judge.
Always Judge. Which ones do you have?
Judge. Not as many as I probably should. I stopped doing jerseys towards the end of college. Like I just stopped wearing them, so I stopped buying them. So I have Judge, I have Cano, and A-Rod.
I have a Rodriguez as well.
I have a Judge. I have a Judge All-Star jersey from his first All-Star appearance. The Miami blue one.
The most recent player I have is a Judge, but it's a Judge USA jersey from the World Classic. I haven't bought a new baseball jersey other than that. New football jersey. The only one I buy now is basketball. And it's not because I wear a ton of basketball jerseys. It's because the team I support hasn't been good in 20 years. And they finally have some players worth wearing the jerseys for. So now I'll buy their jerseys.
I told my wife that if the Knicks win the championship, all the next gift-giving events is all just Knicks championship gear. That's all I want.
Do you have a Brunson?
No. The most recent Knicks jersey I think I got was Melo. Or Porzingis. One of those.
It's either really good or a really tough one that you had there. Yeah. I guess Porzingis was okay, but he got kind of run out of town.
I have a Pat Ewing jersey, so when in doubt, I just wear that.
Yeah, just wear that one. When you were younger, did you and your friends all kind of wear a bunch of jerseys and stuff like that?
Yeah, I had a lot of
Did you
jerseys between me
did
and
you
my
have
brother.
that did you have that moment where like you would just have random jerseys in your closet and you're like, this must have been someone else's? Like I had a Mellow jersey and I would just be like, I was never a Knicks fan. I know for a fact it did. Like I found this way down the line, so I know for a fact it didn't fit me back then. It was like a large. I'm like, where did this come from? But we used to have that. Like jerseys would just kind of show up. You're like, how do I have this guy's jersey? And some jersey would disappear. It was just kind of you trading jerseys all the time without even knowing.
I still
Did you have
do.
that
I think
happen at all? Or?
I have a Houston Rockets Tracy McGrady jersey. I have a John Wall Washington Wizards jersey.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. Two owners of the Bills, by the way.
Those are like the weirdest ones.
Is that why you have them? Because they both are part owners of the Bills. You're like, I want to support my
I
partial
love
owners of the Bills.
I loved John Wall when he came into the league.
Yeah,
I loved
the
John Wall, the way he
John
played.
Wall, John
And
Wall.
that's probably the most random jersey I have because I think I never really got into football jerseys.
Yeah,
And then with basketball jerseys, I mean, with baseball jerseys, I only would get Yankees.
hmm
I rarely went into other players. For basketball, I would. Like, I guess that's kind of the nature
that's
of basketball.
basketball. Yeah,
You have just such national like stars, especially being a Knicks fan. Like the Knicks didn't offer many stars for you to really get entrenched in over the years.
that's not that they
Other
didn't
than
offer the stars. The stars just never came,
well, yeah.
or they didn't
So
offer. We
like
don't actually know.
I've had a Kobe jersey. My brother had like MJ jersey, LeBron jersey, like all your usual suspects.
Suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had different teams. I think in every single one, maybe but basketball. I had that weird Knicks one, but that I don't think that was mine. I could tell you I had some random ones. I had a Steven Gostkowski jersey back in the day. That was the kicker. But that was because it was a mix up between Gronkowski and Gostkowski. It was not a I want a Steven Gostkowski jersey. I would say the most random ones I probably have are basketball jerseys, but that's because there's been random players to play for the Orlando Magic. They don't
Yeah.
other than Dwight Howard, they just kind of had a hodgepodge of people around him. Like I have a Jameer Nelson, which isn't that random as an Orlando Magic
That's not
fan,
that
but
random.
it's random if you just say, yeah, I have a Jameer Nelson jersey. I do have a Vince Carter Magic jersey, which he was only there for like 2
That's kind of
years.
random.
I still wear the jersey was the jersey. It's pretty battered and torn apart, but my favorite Magic player back in the day was JJ Redick. So I still to this day wear
Nice.
that shirt. I love that Orlando
Nice.
Magic. JJ Redick,
That's a
Lakers
pull.
coach. That is. I used to only hoop in that shirt. Only that shirt. Now, if I did that, it'd probably tear apart. But anyway, let's get to the Yankees. Let's get to some baseball. The biggest news coming in for the Yankees going into this week is that Aaron Judge has officially hit the IL, retroactive to June 2nd. So it's been about a week. He's out with broken rib or potentially broken rib. I don't know if they confirmed that yet or not, but not
It was stress
good.
fracture.
Stress fracture. They
Stress
officially
fracture
said
in his
stress fracture.
first rib on his right side. Up here somewhere.
So fractured ribs do not feel good. They're definitely ouch. But the biggest ouch is going to be that he's just such an important piece of that team, and now he's gone until maybe August. So, what are the initial thoughts? What are we thinking? Are we panicking? And how much are we panicking?
I'm not going to panic yet until I see how the team responds. But it is concerning because the offense was already a concern even with him in there. So it's like now that he's gone, arguably the best player in the league, and he was about as a sure thing as you could have. Like you saw with Bellinger and Rice, but now you look up and down that lineup and you're like, what are you even going to expect from the rest of the team? Grisham's getting hot. That's great. But like catcher position is a 0. Shortstop now is a 0. Who's going to be in the outfield along with Belly and Grisham? Third base is a 0.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Jazz gets hot. But like there's a lot of zeros already. And now you're losing your best player.
And this might even cause us. We've talked a bunch being in here about different trades and stuff like that. Like this could definitely lead to some sort of move being made, because if the offense kind of sputters out while he's gone, while Judge is gone, you may have to make some moves just to stay afloat or do something to stay afloat. I will say today of recording, so Tuesday, Spencer Jones hit his first home run
First
in
career homer.
Cleveland, so that could be an answer. He
I'm
is
pumped. The
batting. I
center
mean,
too.
he is batting 294 technically. So he hasn't had that many opportunities. Tonight he is, where is he at? He's 2 for 2. He's 2 for 2,
I
two
got another hit.
RBIs and a home run.
He had a
So
hit yesterday, 2 days ago.
yeah, he got a hit yesterday as well. So he's like, that could be a potential one for
That'd be great.
for it to come up. And I mean, the one thing now is with Stanton still out, that log jam kind of lightens up because you just kind of flip in and out the first baseman, because now you have
Yeah.
much more open availability in the outfield and stuff like that. So you can just put Rice at DH, and then Goldschmidt, who also is 2 for 2. He is absolutely
He's been
tearing the
hitting
cover
really
off the
well.
ball.
Yeah.
Did this
He's been
last year
playing really
too.
well.
Did do this last year at the beginning of the year, if I remember right. He was really hot, and then he had like 9
cold.
homes, and he ended with 10 or something like that. He got freezing cold. But yeah, Volpe 197, McMahon, who just got a base hit, 215. Chisholm's 230. Like, he's kind of getting down there. Did you see the announcer that kind of called him out because he was on, I think, the Tonight Show or something like that?
Yeah, because he said that they're a World Series team or they're win the World Series or something along those lines.
And he was saying with the 230 batting average or something like that. It was just funny because if you looked, what team? I can't remember what team that was. Maybe I think it was Cleveland. I think it was the last Cleveland series.
Sounds right. Yeah.
But their entire team had a lower batting average than Jazz Chisholm himself did, and he's calling him out for a batting average. It's just like, maybe you should check before you do something like that.
Yeah, but also, like, what do you expect Jazz to say?
Yeah, he was on there promoting. He said something about World
Are the
Series.
Yankees a championship team? What do you think they're say? No.
Nah, we suck. Well,
like
he was also there
like that.
He was promoting his foundation. Like, he had like a foundation event. And he was promoting the foundation event. And it's like, yeah, that's a good place to do it if you're able to get on there. Like, why wouldn't you do it? And of course, you're going to get questions about you being the second baseman of the New York Yankees.
Correct.
It's a pretty big deal, especially right now. Anyway, so we could see something like that. I mean, there still is Dominguez and Spencer Jones that can man the outfield. Eventually, Stanton will be coming back, and that's going to be a whole thing. We've talked about that already. Like, where does everybody go if Stanton comes back? Because he's got to be the DH, and you got Goldschmidt hitting the cover off the ball. Ben Rice is now the best hitter in the lineup. Like, what do we do there? Yeah, if the offense starts to sputter out, which it has not yet, it could be a big deal going forward for sure.
Well, and they're also running out of cards to play when it comes to players up in like minor league and majors. Like, right, they called up that catcher with now Wells going down with headaches. They called up Spencer Jones and Dominguez. Like, they're running out of options in terms of in-house players they can call up and down to fix the lineup.
They called up Ali Sanchez, 29-year-old catcher, to be the backup catcher with Wells getting hurt. Do we think Austin Wells was actually hurt, or do we think he needed a break kind of thing? You know, like, sometimes, not to say he's not hurt, like, I'm not trying to say that, but sometimes you kind of like, you have an
like you're a little banged up, take a breather type of thing.
Take a breather kind of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Could be.
Because he definitely needed 167 with 143 with one home run. The DR did not help him as much as we would have hoped.
Yeah, no.
So the Judge is out, and the Yankees aren't actually like crushing it by any means either. They are like just about 500 in the last 14 days. They lost 2 or 3 to Cleveland. I think they went 1-1 against Boston because one of them was rained out.
Rain out.
They won on Monday, and it's tied right now, so we can't say whether they are winning or losing. So we'll have to see how the offense does. The offense has been very up and down since the second.
Yeah, offensively they haven't been bad since Judge was out. Like I think they've only scored like less than 3 runs like one time since he's been out. So I think, and they are hitting the ball. Like I think with Grisham, Ben Rice, Belly kind of carrying that load. They've been still scoring runs and
Well,
winning
I
games.
got you
But
right here. So they got 4 the day he was hurt. Lou Gehrig day, the day he was hurt. 4, 4, 2, 3, 6, 7. So yeah, they only have that one. The one where they scored under 3 runs, they
they
did
won.
win the game.
That's funny.
So then they scored 3. They lost 5-3 to the Red Sox. Another makeup game later in the year. This
We're
one's
just
a little
back.
different. Yeah, it's true. Judge is back at that point, but this one's a little different too because there was no off day in between, and they had to go from New York to Cleveland, with no getaway day. So they it makes a little more sense. But August 29th, that one will be made up for on that one there.
And
So
another division game
yeah,
later on
another
in the year.
division game. This one's not as late as the other one. The other one was like the last week of the season, if I
Second
remember
to
right.
last series, I
Yeah,
think it was, right?
that's unreal. We were talking about how they're winning a little bit. Pitching has been okay. It's been okay. There's been games where they've been excellent. Some games where it still looks a little shaky. I'm still not sure what they want to do with. I'm still not sure what they want to do with the bullpen, but I don't really see any arms coming. There's no arms in the organization that are going to be able to save. They've changed a couple of those big time prospect starters to relievers, and I think they're getting ready
Yeah.
to try to make those guys the next
Like I think,
option.
well, LeGrand is probably the highest prospect if they move to the bullpen, but they already give him like a lot of reps of like kind of winding down from being a starter into a reliever before bringing him up into the majors. So he's probably like a month away before even being
He
an
can even make
option.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, they have the best chances of somebody coming up, and I mean, if they wanted to put Rodriguez back back in the bullpen because he's been a starter a couple times for them now.
Yeah.
You're right, Larange.
I think it'll be
Hess
him.
is too young.
Weathers will move into the
Yeah,
bullpen. I
Weathers
think
will
they'll
move to the
trade for
bullpen.
one.
I'm looking just at prospects. I mean, Chase Hampton's come up. He's one of their top pitching prospects. But Hess, no. Cunningham, no. No. Hurd. It looks like Hurd has gone up to I lied. Hampton, no. Hurd, no. Most of their top prospects are in single A, which
Yeah.
is about right. We talked a lot about how they hype up prospects and go from there. So that would make sense because if they're hyping them up, they're going to be really young at the time. I do think there's a trade somewhere in there. I just don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at, and I don't know who it's with. But there's a trade somewhere in there.
I think they're going to see how LeGrand and Weathers work out in the bullpen, and they kind of go from there.
So, what is your level of concern with the bullpen at this point? We've gotten enough games to
Same
start
it's been
to
kind of most of the year.
Same has been like, please God
just
help
like
me.
you have, essentially. You have 3 guys that 2 maybe that you're like, all right, we're okay. Everyone else is like, and like Hedrick's been really good, but he's thrown like half the games he's already pitched in. So is that sustainable? No. So just a matter of how much longer he survives. Tim Hill's been hit around a lot recently.
We're
The
basically
wall's
taking
not good.
we're basically taking a bullpen that's been really bad and then now stretching them really long. So it's like how do we not do both of those things? I still think there needs to be some sort of help at the back. It's just weird because I like we've talked about, the Yankees have never really needed a bullpen. It's always been like the strong point. And now outside of even Bednar hasn't been that great, but outside of him, it's like, who do you really trust out of that bullpen? There's really no one that you trust out of that bullpen.
Cruz. He's had a good year, I think.
Let's see. So Cruz, 3-1 with a 1.95 ERA, just over 1 WHIP. Last 7 days, he's again under one and a third. So he has been pretty good.
I think it's Bednar, Cruz, Hedrick, Hill are the four that
Cruz
are pretty solid. So I think even Jake Bird, you don't know. Your two long relievers, you don't know. Like Yarborough and what's his face?
Blackburn,
thank you.
Yeah, Bednar has almost a 4 ERA. He does have 13 saves. Over the last 7, though, ERA is 1.17. So he's been pretty good there. But over the last month, I guess we won't say month because it's about the same as his season stats. I think they're exact same as his season stats. Over his last 15, almost a 5 ERA. So he's been hit around a little bit. We just talked about Cruz. Duvall as 5.7 ERA. He's been really bad. He was someone that was supposed to be pretty good too.
Yeah, I think we both were like hopeful about him being the setup man.
Yeah, and he's just been bad. Tim Hill has a 4.15. His last 7 games, he's given up recently. 6 runs, 9 hits, 6 innings.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks, 10 runs and 17 hits in 11 innings. He's been really roughed up. Hedrick, 2.03 ERA. His last week, he's done pretty good. 1 earned run in 5 innings, 4 earned runs in 15 innings. That's pretty solid. Jake Bird has about a 5 ERA on the season, 5 ERA in the last 7, 3 ERA in the last 11. Only 4 earned runs in the last 11 innings, but 3 of those came in the last 5 innings. So he's struggling a little bit recently, but he's actually not been that bad this year. Relievers, it's tough because they can have a 15 ERA and they gave up 5 runs in a third of an inning.
One.
Yeah, like their ERA just spikes. Yarborough has given up 3 runs in the last 11 innings. He's pitched 11 innings in 7 days. So I don't think he did a spot start either. So he's been working.
He's just their long reliever. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know
what
what
they're
going to do with him.
He has a save, which would mean that he definitely did a 3-inning save recently. He's definitely not coming in to close a game. But 3 runs and 11 innings isn't that bad. 8 runs and 21 innings on the year so far. Blackburn actually has been really good. 2 runs and 11 innings, but 9 runs in 23 innings. It's not that bad. But just a 1.6 ERA so far in the last 10. So that's the entire bullpen. I just went through the entire bullpen to give stats of who's been really good, who's been really bad. So recently, not too bad. Recently, people have been pretty good. But overall, it's been a rough go.
Yeah, you need a dough ball replacement. You probably move off Yarborough to
get another Yarborough as well.
And then probably send down Bird.
But who do you even replace him with though? Like, there's no one.
LeGrand, Weathers.
Up. But what? Oh, is Weathers injured or is he still? He's the 4th starter.
Yeah, he's playing. Who's hurt right now? What's his name's hurt?
Freed's hurt.
Freed, thank you.
Yeah, Freed's hurt. He's
guy.
Decent. He's decent.
So when he comes back, you move one of the starters to the bullpen, or maybe someone else gets hurt. Like, who knows?
Yeah, that's baseball. That's baseball. People are getting hurt, and you just got to figure it out as it goes. Before we get to our panic meters and successful week, one thing we usually do in the beginning is go around the league. We'll do this really quickly. Yankees are actually in a tie for first, but I think they're technically in second. Yeah, so the Rays are 38-25. The Yankees are 39-26. The Rays have a 6.03 winning percentage. The Yankees have a 6.00 winning percentage. The Yankees have played a lot less games.
That run differential is crazy. Ever since we talked about it, like the first episode, that's what I look at a lot. It's so fun.
It shows so much more than like sustained over a full year. It's gonna show one's gonna move up, one's gonna move out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So for anyone listening, the Yankees have a plus 98 run differential. Their expected win-loss is 43-22, and they're 39-26. The Rays have a run differential of 9, just 9. Crazy. Their expected win-loss is 32-31, and they're 38-25. But they've always overperformed. That's kind of just how they're supposed to be. Now, the Toronto Blue Jays, who are 32-20 and 35, Expected win-loss, 32 and 35. So they are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. The Red Sox underachieving, 27, 37, 31, and 33 expected run differential. The Rays and the Yankees are the only two AL East teams with a plus run differential. Cleveland, it's starting to pull away a little bit. We talked about that last episode. Chicago's right behind them still, though, with a 1.5 games behind, and the rest of the division kind of falling out. The Twins, who are only 6.5 games out, are 30 and 37, which is just wild that they're that bad. Tigers 27 and 39. They're just going to be ready for next year. Only team with a plus in the run differential there, Chicago White Sox +8. Guardians are -1. They should be 34 and 34 according to their expected win-loss. Expected win-loss is just based on the runs they score, the runs they give up, what their wins-loss should actually be for people that are listening and don't know. In the AL West, we have the Mariners in first. Rangers are right behind them, 2.5 games. Athletic are 3.5 games behind them. Talked about that too. The Athletics kind of falling off as it goes. They're really starting to fall off. Yeah, it's very hard to sustain, especially in that stupid minor league ballpark. Astros are behind them, 31 and 37. All four of those teams are within 5 games of each other, and then the LA Angels of Anaheim are 25 and 42, basically out of it already. I truly wish Trout to get traded. It's just tough to see this.
Yeah.
At this point. Biggest run differential in the league. Second biggest run differential in the league, the Atlanta Braves with 116 run differential are 45 and 21. That's actually their expected win-loss, which is kind of crazy. They're expected to be this good. They're in first over the Phillies by 9 games. They are 36 and 30. Nationals 34 and 33. Everybody else is basically out of it at this point because they're over 12 games back. Brewers in first in the NL Central, 41 and 23. Cardinals behind them, which is really wild because they were almost in last place last time we were talking, but they have been pretty good recently, 35 and 28. And then everybody else is around 500. That is a very close race, but the Brewers are starting to run away with it. They're 5.5
Since
up.
Cincinnati really fell off. They lost 5 straight. I remember last time we were talking about it, they were all over 500.
Yeah, 2 and 8 in their last 10, lost the last 5, -55 run differential. And the Dodgers are 42 and 24, 133 run differential. Projected to be their expected win-loss is 47 to 19. So that's they've lost a couple of games. They probably should have won there. Diamondbacks and Padres are 7.5 games behind them, both 34 and 31, and then everybody else is over 15 games out. So they're not anywhere close. What is the biggest surprise to you on the season so far, based on everything we just talked about?
Detroit and Kansas City it's still just surprises me how bad they've been. Well, like Detroit, injuries or not, but like.
Yeah, I was gonna say Detroit lost like the best pitcher in the game, which is hard to do.
The White Sox too are a fun surprise.
Yeah, the White Sox would probably be my biggest surprise. They're still playing
into the season for sure.
We're this deep. We're over 60. We're 65 games in, and they're only 1.5 out of the Central. Yeah, they're almost right there in the AL Central.
And kind of on the same length. The Cardinals are kind of the same thing. And some young guys came up performing well and right there competing for the division and league. So both those teams have been surprises.
I'm trying to remember. This is it's going to take me a second because this is not something we talked about in the pre-show, but I want to do this. I think this will be fun. In the first ever episode, the lost episode, we like to call up. I'm going to do a callback here, and we can even splice in if we have to. I'm not going to, but we could have spliced in if we wanted to. We talked about guys that like were bad free agent signings. Do you remember who you said specifically of the bad free agent signing?
Bregman?
Was it Bregman? Okay. It's Bregman does sound remember. Right. Well, I remember Dylan Cease was one of them we talked about, but I think we all talked about Dylan Cease. And then I said Valdez was an overpay for Detroit.
Yeah.
And then there was another person on this show that said Kyle Tucker.
How is he doing?
I haven't heard anything about I'm going to pull up all their stats. I'm going to pull up everybody's stats, and we're going to talk about
I should look up what I
how
said.
correct we were. That we're at a good spot where we can actually kind of see where we're at here. So you said Bregman. So give me 1 second as I pull up Bregman. I have everybody else already pulled up. We'll start with Bregman because I just pulled him up. Bregman, I have seen Bregman has been struggling in clutch situations for the Cubs, and Cubs fans are getting pissed. Like, he's come up to tie with a runner in scoring position to tie or take the lead like 9 times this year, and has struck out like 7 of the 9 and popped out the other 2. Like, he has not been clutch whatsoever for that team, which is a tough go.
What I said. I'm like so curious now. I had it written down, but I don't remember where.
He has and we could do this again if we're wrong on any of these. We could do this, we do this every week. So 243 average, 5 home runs. He's batting 107 in the last week, 222, last 63 at bats. He only has 1 home run. He has 5 on the season, but only 1 home run in like the last month. 2 home runs in the last month, it looks like. I think we all agreed that this one was a tough one. He's getting older. He's just not going to be able to man the hot corner. But this next one's going to be fun. So Kyle Tucker is batting 235 with 5 home runs.
Wow.
So he is not doing well. He's 174 with a home run in his last 23 at-bats. That's 4. He's 4 for 23 with a home run, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's 10 for 55 in the last 2 weeks with 1 home run. So must be that same home run. 13 strikeouts, 182 average. So a little better than his last 7 there. But he has struggled a little bit there. Let's see if he's been good, at least in the field for them. He has been okay. He has 1 error. Yeah, he has 1 error, which is really all that you really care about with him. But I don't have his deep stats. Like, is he tracking balls well? And what's his first step? Whatever. Dylan Cease, who I believe I said was an overpay, not because he was bad, because why would he do the Blue Jays really need that over some other things? 3-3 with a 3 ERA in his last 40 innings. He's given up 16 earned runs. That's not too bad as a starter. It's about 3.5 ERA. So he's right there. Overall in the season, really good. Last 7, he's pretty good. I guess he's worth the money. I think his contract was like $35 million a year though.
Yeah,
for like
crazy.
6 years or something like that. It was something wild. I don't know if you can see contracts on here. He has been on the IL. Oh, he just got activated from the IL. So he's been injured since May 25th, and he just got activated.
A couple weeks.
Also changed his number to 42. And he's number 84. Was he always 84? I don't think he was. Yeah, he was with the Padres too.
I couldn't tell you what number he wore.
With the Padres, he was 84 as well. Let's see with the White Sox. Does it say? No, it doesn't say with the White Sox. Yeah, 84. He's been 84 this whole time? I know nothing about Dylan Cease. Just another one of those Padres guys that was really good that no one ever hears about. Although last year he wasn't.
Sure.
That's why I said it was not worth it. A 4.5 ERA last year. All right, my biggest one was Framber Valdez though, because I thought he was supposed to be everyone wanted him to be a Yankee. And remember, there was pictures of him in Yankee uniforms. Yes, everyone wanted him to be a Yankee, and I was like, he's not that good. He's not that guy. All right, so he's 3-4 with a 4.21 ERA. He has a 5 ERA in his last 7 starts, 21 runs and 38 innings, 34 runs and 72 overall innings. But he's also been a bunch of controversies for hitting guys.
Yep.
The reason I thought of all this is because I do not think he's that good. And he's been in a bunch of controversy. And I was like, wait, that was my guy this is a bad signing. So I believe he has a 4-year contract. And the worst part of all of it for Detroit is they lost their ace. And this guy's not even stepping up as the ace. He's been awful recently. So for those that are keeping track, we're basically 3 for 4. 3 for 4. Because Dylan Cease is
He's doing good.
Exactly. He's doing good. He's doing good. He's
Yeah.
fine. He's fine. All right, before we wrap up, let's do a little bit of a panic meter to see how much we're panicking about the Yankees. We'll start with Aaron Judge. Everything's out of 10. What is our panic meter for Aaron Judge out of 10? And I'll let you go, and then I'll go.
10 being the most panic.
10 being like you're ready to run through a wall because you're so nervous. You're hiding in the closet, can't see outside.
For Aaron Judge, probably 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
he's gonna be out for a long time.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would say like an 8 because he's gonna be out for a long time. And if the offense starts to sputter, do you go into a oh my God, what do we do mode?
Yeah. And then even when he comes back, is he gonna be your typical Aaron Judge when he comes back? Is he gonna need time to warm up? Where are we gonna be at with the division and playoffs at that point? So I think right now a 7, that could easily get higher.
That could get higher very quick.
By next episode.
we can both do ours and we'll do an agreement. So I'm good with the 7. We'll do a show. We'll do a show panic meter instead of individual panic meters. So our show panic meter is 7 out of 10 for Aaron Judge. But what about the offense without Aaron Judge? I know we were just saying if the offense sputters, but what is our panic meter that it will happen?
No, I'm scared.
You're scared? A scared out of 10?
A scared out of 10, yeah. I'm 10 out of 10 panic on the offense. Like, I get what we've talked about, but people are going to figure out that you can kind of pitch around rice or belly and see if everyone else can beat you. And I don't think they can.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to change my own thing here and say I am a 10 out of 10 after the 5th hitter. I think the first 4, I can't even think off the top of my head who the 4 probably was. It's probably Rice or Goldschmidt today.
Well, you're probably thinking, Goldie, Belly, Rice, Grisham.
And then 1. Like it might be Grisham some days, it might be Jazz some days, but 1 will probably stay hot and the other one will probably be fine. But after that, that's the McMahons, that's the Volpes or whoever's going to be below there. It's like, can they actually, it's Dominguez if he's in there. Is Spencer Jones going to be good? Can Austin Wells play baseball anymore?
Playing shortstop.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if I had to say 1 through 4, it'd probably just be like a 5. Like, if one of those guys get cold, it's tough, but I don't see that happening. But then below that, it's like a 12 out of 10. It's like, I've seen these guys, they can't hit.
I feel differently if I knew that they were going to play Caballero every day instead of playing Volpe every day.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Volpe.
I was going to say, but would you feel better? Like, you would feel better, like, instead of a 10 out of 10, go to 9 out of 10 or a 9.5 out of 10 because you're like, yeah, he can. He's been struggling too a little bit, though. I think we're going to see some sort of big change in the Volpe's been.
Volpe's been
tough. Volpe's been tough. Okay, so let's go with the shortstop situation. Between the two of those guys, like, even if they're flipping them, however, we see how they're playing them, right? Like, who's been every day and everything like that. So what is your out of 10, the shortstop situation for the Yankees? By the way, I think the last one we went with a 9.5 out of 10, right? We'll finish with a 9.5 out of 10.
Shortstop for the Yankees, panic meter. My first thought was like 6 or 7. I think defensively, I think defensively it'll be fine between either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, I think Caballero's better, but I just think I don't know. I always feel more confident in a guy that's playing a position regularly instead of playing all over the place, even though I know that's what his game is.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he'd be better just playing shortstop every day, but he's going to be kind of bouncing around, and I don't believe in Volpe getting hot. So I think right now a 6 because defensively I think he'll be fine.
That's what I was going to say, 6 as well, because offensively, if it's just offense, it again would probably be an 8, but because it's just defense, both those guys. I mean, Volpe won a Gold Glove at one time in life.
Feels like forever ago.
Feels like forever ago. So we'll go 6 out of 10 for the shortstop situation. Bullpen workload. So not who's going to be good, who's going to be bad, because we just went through it. For most of the bullpen, they've been okay, if not good, in the last in the last week or so. But the concern of the workload of the bullpen is what we're talking about here. How much they're being used with some of the guys going down, and some of the guys just not eating innings.
Yeah, I think just workload, probably an 8. Just because you see Hill already struggling, Hedrick's already pitched half of the game, which is I don't think is sustainable. And then I think the more you use even your good bullpen, right? Your Cruz, your Bednar, that I think they're just gonna get worn down. And I think you just need your starting pitcher to give you length. But then if Schiller's probably gonna be an innings limit. Like Cole missed a good chunk of it, so I don't know where his limit his inning limit is gonna be. For Fried, when he comes back, what's that ramp up gonna look like? And then Rodon Weathers, what are they gonna be like as the season goes on as well? So like, are your starters gonna give you length? Who knows? It's gonna be inconsistent at best. And then your bullpen, like, you're concerned at a baseline. They're not gonna get better the more you use them.
Yeah. I think I would go 6.5 out of, I think he said 7 or 8. I'll go 6.5 only because of what you're saying is some of those starters are going to become relievers, and then you can give them bulks of innings. Like they're used to going multiple innings already, so it shouldn't be too bad. But if we're talking about the guys that are out there right now, it is probably closer to a 7 or an 8 because those guys shouldn't be going long innings. There's only one guy in the entire bullpen that's gone multiple innings multiple times, and that's Ryan Yarbrough. The rest of them are one inning guys. So when we're stretching them out, it's not going to end up being good. So I would say
my concern too with the bullpen is like, how many games are they going to burn because they don't want to use their high leverage guys in back-to-back games?
Yeah, and then they give up a lead.
So like you have,
could happen today.
Yeah, like you have Doval come into the 7th and he gives up 3 runs, or you have Tim Hill come in and has a bad inning and gives up 4 runs. Like all this stuff, like because you don't want to use your Cruz, your Bednar, your Hedrick because you want to save them. Like how many games are you going to burn because you save arms?
Because we're trying to say, I still think there's going to be some sort of, if any position has a move, it's going to be the bullpen. There's just no way you can't just hold off on that one. So the last panic meter I have is, what is your panic meter for the AL East? They are currently technically tied with the Rays. The Rays don't seem to be going away. We just talked about their expected win-loss. They're supposed to be like a 500 team. They're like almost 10 games over 500.
It's weird. It's going to be a weird answer because based off of everything that we've just talked about with the panic meter, you'd think that our team wouldn't be good. But I think we're better than everyone else in the AL East. So I'm not that concerned about us winning the division.
Well, even everything we just talked about, like they're only 4 games below the expected win-loss. Like the expected win-loss, which takes in a bunch of stuff to account, is 43-22, and the Yankees are 39-26. The biggest concern for the Yankees that I'm seeing right now is that against under 500 teams, or is this over 500 teams? It just says 500.
They're bad against over 500 teams.
5 and 10, that's got to be the over 500 teams. I just see the 0.500, so it's got to be over 500. 5 and 10, so that means against good teams, they're not good. which means they're taking care of business against the teams they should be taking care of business against.
And the saving grace is that most of the American League is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's why they're only 5 and 10.
Yeah. But I also think like we could be having a completely different conversation next episode after they finish the series with the Guardians, play Toronto, and I think are in the middle of the series against the White Sox.
Yeah,
they're all above 500, or at least a division opponent.
Well, by that point, who knows if the White Sox will still be over 500? But
that's correct.
They have one more with Cleveland tomorrow. It's 2-2 right now as of recording. Go into Toronto the 12th through the 14th, play the Blue Jays, and then they play the White Sox the 16th through the 18th, and then the Reds, who we just talked about, are struggling
Are
the 19th to the
sputtering,
21st. So by next week, it could be a different story. But by the week after that, like they could be 10 games over 500. I will say June 20th is Aaron Judge bobblehead night. So that's unfortunate because he's not going to be there. I wonder if they move that because that's sad. Anyway, so
But yeah,
overall, Yankees aren't doing too bad, but
I'm not panicked about the division.
So what do you say, a 4?
Yeah, max.
5?
Like I'm not
8?
I think they're gonna win it.
I do too. I don't think the Rays are going to keep up. You look at expected win-loss, look at like they're overachieving teams to get over 500 or at 500. Like I just don't see it keeping up. And the thing about the Rays this year, and they're usually pesky with guys unknown, this is not a good Rays team. So you're just going to see it go down and down. You might even see them sell towards the deadline because they never buy.
And the Yankees are going to buy.
They're definitely going to buy.
And get players back. Like Yankees are going to get Fried back, Stanton back, eventually Judge. They're going to make trades.
Yeah.
So, like, I think the Yankees are going to get better. I think the Rays are going to even out. And I'm not worried about the Blue Jays, Orioles, or Red Sox.
Guys that the Yankees will get back before the end of the season: Max Fried, Clark Schmidt, Austin Wells. I don't know if we want him back. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton. All those guys will be coming back. And then there might be some guys like we might see Dominguez more. I think that he was sent back down. Like we might see some of those guys that were sent back down come back up. So I think there's trades to be made. I think there's moves to be made. I don't think we'll see them for maybe like a month, but
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a deal of 2 relievers and a shortstop coming in, and then Volpe's gone or something like that.
I hope. I really do, man. I hope they trade for a good shortstop. You have Kavi being your roamer and Volpe's in AAA.
I think if you're getting a shortstop, Volpe's in the trade. Personally, the thing
would someone want him? I guess maybe.
Yeah, depending on where you're going for it, right? He's still pretty young. Yeah. If he hasn't had pressure,
cheap,
no pressure, like
that's fair. That's understandable.
Technically has won an award. The one thing that I always think back to was when Corey Seager was a free agent, and the Yankees are like, we don't need him. We have Volpe. Like, damn, he would have been good at this with this team. But he's not. He's with the Rangers now. Maybe he will be Yankees. The Rangers stink. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. You can follow Crosstown 9 wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on social media, Crosstown 9 Podcast, wherever you get your social media, see clips and all this other stuff. Any closing thoughts for you?
Go Knicks.
Go Knicks. Yeah, they lost at home.
Tough one. We'll be back Wednesday.
It's because Trace Morgan brought Tina Fey. He never brings Tina Fey. He never brings her. She announced it on a podcast and they lost. No, I haven't really been able to lock into a game in the finals yet. I think I locked into game 2. No, game 1. Game 1 I was locked in. Game 2 I was pretty locked in. Game 3 I was not locked in at all because I was playing basketball myself the entire time and other things. But for you, I hope they win.
You gotta win tomorrow.
At least one more game.
Gotta win tomorrow.
At least one more game. Then
if they split 2-2, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Is it going to be like the 2019 World Series where the road team wins every single time?
I hope not. I mean, it would work for us because we'll win Game 7 in San Antonio.
Yeah,
but
you'd have it all. But...
I'd have a heart attack. And Game 7 is the night of the rehearsal dinner.
That's great. I know it'll be on during that on the big screen.
I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I'll lose myself. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. You got to cancel. You got to cancel. You got to move it. Got to move it. Move it to some other day. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We'll see you next week. Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
Bye-bye. Goldschmidt.